Welcome to Campaign Chronicles. Now, Marine Le Pen's record result continues to dominate the French presidential campaign as both Nicolas Sarkozy and François Hollande try to court her 6 million voters. But who are the people who chose to vote for her, and why? For more on this, I'm now joined by our press reviewer, Elena Casas. Hello, Elena. And in a moment, we'll be joined by Bruno Jambard from pollsters Opinion Way. First of all, though, to you, Elena, the two candidates then still in the running, François Hollande, Nicolas Sarkozy, we've been talking about it now for a couple of days, ever since we got the results after the first round. They are going all out to win over these 6 million people who voted for Marine Le Pen.
Yes, and Sarkozy now has gone a little bit too far for some of the French newspapers' taste. Yesterday he said, in fact to France 24's Luc Brown, that there was no taboo in going after Front National voters, and that, for some of the newspapers, has broken a sort of absolute wall. Remember 10 years ago when Jacques Chirac found himself in the second round with Jean-Marie Le Pen, he said he would not talk to him or to his voters or share a platform with him.
He refused a debate, the traditional debate.
He refused a traditional debate. Now, that was because he, if you like Sarkozy, was the inheritor of a traditional French right, a Gaullist French right, that takes its roots originally from the French resistance, of course, in General de Gaulle. For them, the political tradition of Jean-Marie Le Pen, who, of course, made anti-Semitic remarks famously, it was absolutely taboo. Now, Nicolas Sarkozy saying, as is on the front page of Libération, Le Pen is compatible with the Republic. For the French political tradition, that's shocking, because for them, the Front National is often called anti-Republican, as in not compatible with the French Republic. But Sarkozy now is going all out to win over her voters in saying that they're people who've suffered, he called them yesterday, people of France who works hard, and that they deserve to be listened to. Le Canard Enchaîné, though, the satirical paper, says on its front page today, Sarkozy is attacking with Marines artillery. And they say on the front page, how is it possible that France has forgotten the historical legacy of what the Front National used to mean so quickly? She's made the party look younger, she's made it look fresher, and yet we've forgotten that just 3 months ago, they say, she was photographed at a neo-Nazi party in Austria. How have they managed to forget the historical legacy that it used to mean? They even say that there's a poll saying 2/3 of Nicolas Sarkozy's voters think that the UMP should make an alliance with the Front National for the upcoming parliamentary elections to stop the left taking control of Parliament. Now, that's something that really would have been taboo quite recently.
Now, what about the 6 million people then who voted for Marine Le Pen? What are they making of this then?
Well, La Croix is looking at who they actually are in that paper today, trying to get to the bottom of why people choose them. Is it a protest vote? Well, they've got a poll saying 2/3 of the people who vote for her did so because they believe in her values, not to protest against how they don't like the other candidates. And they say she's changed the social base of who those people are quite significantly. It's still true, as it was under her father, that it's people with lower education levels, more working class people that are most likely to vote for them. But they reckon she's feminised their electorate a great deal by making it more acceptable for women to vote for them because she is a woman, because she's insisted less on hard right immigration rhetoric and more on economic issues, and also that she's made the party more appealing to young voters. Now, this has become quite a controversial question because there was a front page poll in Le Monde just before the first round, you might remember, saying that she was top of the candidates among 18 to 24-year-old voters, and the paper explained that by saying they don't remember how stigmatised Jean-Marie Le Pen's party used to be. They were children when he got through to the second round 10 years ago, and to them, she's a fresh young face addressing the concerns that they care about. Now, today's La Croix says that actually young people didn't vote for her any more than anyone else did. So who's right? Hopefully I can now bring in our guest, which is Bruno Jambard from the polling company Opinion Way. Do you think it's true that young people are more attracted to Marine Le Pen than others? And if so, why would they be?
Yes, they are, because they have always been. The wrong idea is to say that it's new because of Marine Le Pen. On the 21st April of 2002, Jean-Marie Le Pen was the first candidate chosen by the young people between 18 and 24, with 22%. Now she's just on the average with 18, 19 in our polls. I think it's because some of them have chosen to vote for Mélenchon, for example, or for Hollande and Sarkozy. And they are voting for Marine Le Pen because they are dissatisfied with the way France is ruling. They are dissatisfied with the fact that unemployment is very high for the young people, and that's why they are voting for her.
But can we really talk about something like a youth vote being different to other voters, or is that a little bit patronising to young people? Do you think they're concerned about different things from their elders?
They haven't voted very differently from the whole population. A little more for Jean-Luc Mélenchon, 16% in our polls, but not so differently. The main issue for them is really employment and economics, and really they don't really like to hear some candidates talking about measures specific for young people, because they feel like the others and they want to be treated like the others, and what they want is really to improve the economy and to make them be able to find a job.
Now, Bruno, how would you sum up, how would you describe this group then generally, Marine Le Pen's electorate as a whole then, not just the young voters?
Well, generally, she's more important in the young people under 50 years old. I mean, she has really difficulty to have the vote of the older people. They are more popular, and especially on the young voters. What we know is the fact that it's not the students who vote for Marine Le Pen on the young. It's much more the popular classes of the young, as in the whole society, and that's also it's more men than women, even if it seems that in this election there's no more so difference between men and women. Generally the men are voting much more for the National Front, but it seems that with Marine Le Pen it's a bit equal now.
Bruno Jambard from polling company Opinion Way, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you, Elena. That's it for Campaign Chronicles, and that's it from me. Do stay tuned to France 24, all the latest headlines coming up in just a couple of minutes.